from Atlanta says, hello, GI Show. Earlier this week, Fortnite briefly went cross-platform between Xbox and PlayStation users. I'm not saying this was a stunt to push for crossplay, but I really hope it was a stunt to push for crossplay. Psyonix from Rocket League fame has said before they could have crossplay live in 1 hour with the metaphorical push of a button. I'd love to see a wave of accidental crossplay activation throughout the industry, but what do you think are the chances of this happening? This is my favorite story in a while. I don't know if you guys followed this too well, but bad, just bad. So people were playing Fortnite, then realized, wait a minute, that username, there's some character that isn't possible on my console. What is that? Looked into it. Somehow, PlayStation and Xbox users were playing together accidentally. It was accidentally turned on. The future was right there, and it was just this weird follow the clues of like, holy crap, we're in it right now.
The future often happens by accident.
Apparently.
I have to say, you know, something like that
mutation
does not happen by accident. Like the structure was obviously in place, and somebody hit a button, and it was probably a mistake, right? It's not an accident.
Has Epic made a statement?
They said they corrected the error or something kind of ambiguous like that. Do you think it's a situation, Dan?
A Dennis Nedry situation, as it work here, is somebody just being mischievous, right?
Don't get cheap on me.
That's right.
That was Tim Sweeney's mistake.
Don't get cheap on me,
So, do you think that Sony and Microsoft, there's been so many flirtations. Seems like Microsoft is much more on board for it than Sony is at this point, or at least as far as the public statements go, right?
At this point.
So who the hell knows? But do you think that Fortnite is bracing for the future where with Unreal, you think Epic would be pretty in the loop of what they need to have ready to go? Is there a chance that they were building this out and it's going to be coming soon and they're just getting ready for it and they just accidentally had a box check somewhere?
That's the only thing
that said the future.
Because obviously the framework is there. It couldn't have happened otherwise, right?
It's insane. It happened.
So I'm not sure what that means, but it's clearly doable and there, right? Because it already happened.
Joe, within 5 years, what's your prediction? Will we all be playing together, and will it bring the world together?
I mean, we could all be playing together in a month, it seems like. It's just, it sounds like Sony's the big holdout in terms of not wanting to open that up. So it's like, I don't know if it's going to happen in 5 years or 10 years or what. It's all just sort of a corporate question and how much the fans are, like, how much the community wants that to happen.
Yeah, or how many accidental slip-ups happen like this.
Yeah.
It is, I mean, if it was intentional, I'm sure it wasn't, but it's a brilliant push of just like getting the conversation going again. Like clearly people want this.
You seem so surprised that I am surprised that it accidentally got turned on. I am not at all surprised that it exists. I mean,
really?
No. Well, I mean,
I mean, you're not that technical of a guy. I'm not either. I just assume it's complicated making these two infrastructures talk to each other.
I mean, now I assumed it wasn't that complicated when when developers have been saying, "Oh yeah, we could totally do that." When other games make it happen, and Sony just doesn't want to do it. It's like it strikes me as like, of course, people are going to want to get that in the pipeline and sort of like, "Oh, I wonder if we can do this if the opportunity comes up," and just sort of have it banked. I am surprised that it got turned on live, but like the fact that, I mean, I bet there are tons of games that have that functionality sort of waiting in the wings for whenever, Sony's ready for it.
Thank you so much for watching this excerpt from the Game Informer Show podcast. You can subscribe to the audio version and listen to new episodes airing every Thursday. We cover big games on the horizon, games that we've just reviewed. We have long-form developer interviews, a lot of fun stuff. So check it out every Thursday.